Hi, my name is Erin Micklow, and I'm here with The Last Gang. Introduce yourselves.
My name is Sean, and I play bass in The Last Gang.
My name is Brenna Red, and I play guitar and vocals in The Last Gang.
And I'm Robert, and I play drums in The Last Gang.
When I first moved to LA back in 2007, I remember going to the Last Gang shows. And I was so impressed with your talent and just your stage presence, Brenna.
Thank you.
What kind of challenges have you faced keeping the band alive over the last 11 years?
It's a challenge inspiring people to keep playing with you, because we've had a revolving door in the early years, but Robert was the one that really stuck. I mean, not to be cheesy and corny and make you feel like good about yourself, but like it's Robert. Like he really helped like ground me. And my determination is I'm going to play, and I never like got mad if people wanted to leave or pursue other things in life when they left. And Robert is, I think he's sticking around. He's been for a while now, so it's just persevering. And even if there's sometimes, you doubt yourself, you don't believe it, but I don't know, what else would I do?
Yeah.
Like I need to make music, and I'm gonna keep doing it. So I figure if I'm gonna keep doing it, hopefully they'll just keep going with me and following our insane passion. And they have the same insane passion, so it works. That's why this, like, Sean was a great piece of the puzzle, because he has that same drive of like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. Who cares if people say no, or if you have some hardships. We just play music. I don't know. What else would we do? I don't even fucking know.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
What else would you do? Nothing. I can't do
know.
anything else.
I don't know, yeah.
It's scary to even think about it.
I don't want to.
It's like if my arms break, what happens?
Oh, dude, I
think
thought about that.
all the time.
Oh my God.
I'm like, I'm never skateboarding again.
Well, I thought if an arm broke, I'm like, I can still sing. But then I'm like, if I go blind, I can still sing. But then I'm like, if I go like deaf, I'm like, I'm fucked. I'm not that talented to be like this, like blind, one-armed.
Oh man, that's terrible.
I'd probably still find a way.
Sean and Robert, how did you two meet Brenna to form the current lineup?
Well, I've known Brenna for probably like 8 of these years. What do I do with my hands? Every time I get a microphone, dude, I swear to God. I've known Brenna for about, I don't know, like 8 years probably now. I was in the last formation before the band took a hiatus. I was the last drummer of that lineup. Long story short, we met up again like 4 years later. We're like, let's start jamming. And then we did, and we had, like she said, a revolving door of like bass players. And then Sean's band, the Fisters, we played a show together with them, and I was like, dude, that guy's awesome, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, we lost our bass player before a tour, and we called him up like 3 days before, and I was like, dude, this guy can do it. I know it. I've never really talked to him about playing bass.
He played like 2 songs on the last show at a tattoo shop of the last part of that tour.
And then he was just like,
You learned him in the
An hour
day.
before the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
I don't know. Do we both do it?
I don't know.
Geez,
Percy.
this
Yeah.
is cool. Yeah, so our band played at Characters in Pomona with this band, and they played last, and somehow I stuck around.
Oh
and
yeah, we ended up
me and
playing
Robbie
like 2 in the morning.
became BFFs on social media, and then we finally actually met a year later, and yeah, it's been fun.
We kidnapped him.
3 years ago, 3.5. No, almost 3. 2.5.
Yeah, somewhere
Yeah.
around there.
June of 2015, I joined the band.
You guys just signed to Fat Records. Can you tell the story of how that happened?
Where is he? Is he still here? I can't see because of the light.
No, he's not here.
Billy!
Billy!
Billy's not here. Just tell him again.
He
Billy.
left.
Sorry.
Oh.
So,
Oh, there he is.
are you gonna get him?
Tell
All right.
Start
So
telling the story. I'll
I'm
get
telling
it.
the story. I'm telling the story. Oh, we met up with producer Cameron Webb, engineer producer guy. He's the one that did all of the last like Motorhead stuff. And okay, this motherfucker. So we recorded with Cameron Webb. Did a big investment. Like dropped a lot of our personal money into the album, like professional wise. Like shit, make or break time. And he helped us get some connections, but it didn't really go anywhere. It didn't like really sink into anything. And then this motherfucker, who is our friend, but he
did the Interrupters album cover, the second record.
Yeah.
And now he has a record on Fat that he did the cover. What's next, Billy?
Nothing.
Going to Disneyland?
Epitaph.
I quit.
No.
Yeah, after Fat, I'm done.
All right, so what happened?
So
Continue the story.
he emailed Pat at Fat Records, and that was kind of it without ever seeing us live or like anything. Never meeting them. They just heard the album, and it was, I mean, not to sound so egotistical, but it's a really good fucking album, and they heard it, loved it. I guess they talked about it, and then like moments before we got on a plane to go to the UK for our like a little tour for Rebellion, Erin calls us. Like literally, we're about to like get out of the car to get to the airport, and Erin's like, "We want to put it out. We love it," and yeah, it's just been a blur. It's kind of magical. It seems surreal. Nothing's really changed, but it's changed. It's so strange. But so big, huge thank you to that guy, Billy. We love
The man
Billy.
behind the camera, which
Yeah.
is where he wants to be.
King Rock Photo.
Yes,
Yeah.
King Rock Photo, 99% magazine.
Did you guys just like flip your shit when you got that call? Like when you hung up the phone from
Oh my God.
Erin?
I
Like
joked-
what did
I-
you do?
Yeah, I joked because he was so excited. He kissed like air
Dude,
punching,
we
and
were
I
about
was
to go on a
I thought you were
DIY
gonna
tour
hit
to
me,
England.
remember?
It was
Yeah,
fucking
that was
great.
awesome.
It was like the
Don't
next
punch
2
me.
weeks
Oh,
were
yeah,
kind of a
I
blur,
remember
but yeah, we were excited to get on that plane.
Yeah, we flew out a DIY band and flew back a signed
What
band.
did
so it was
Kenny
pretty
say?
cool.
It was like that thing you do.
It was,
I love that
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
By the way.
it's a good
I got my one together. I got a thing I am surrounded by the possessors who want a shelter. And you and me in the world. Lots of thoughts and criticism. These songs are all the power. These songs are all the sin. These songs are all the freak. Yeah, I believe that it's not a time. Listen up, girl.
Today actually marks the release of your debut album on Fat Records. What was the process making this album, and what struggles did you face?
Struggles is pulling something out of your brain. It's really hard. I get super introverted, and I'm not an introvert. I'm very extroverted, so
Yeah.
I get super inside of myself, and that's the hard part because you have to dig to some deep places that can kind of be really hard to face and look into. That would be the hard part, but everything else, it was fun. It's inspiring. Like he would write like a little riff, and then he would email it to me. Then we'd jam at practice, keep on going with his bass riff. It was just like right now we haven't been writing. We're just doing like work and trying to hit the road. But it's gonna be really fun when we can just kind of take a break and not work and just unlock the door and then just get like fucking weird and see what comes out.
Yeah.
So the writing process was super fun, and I can't wait to write the second one. I'm super excited for that guy.
I only got to help on one song on the new record. Everything was pretty much written when I joined the band, so
What did you write?
I helped you guys with Strange Fruit.
I don't remember.
Oh,
that was.
yeah.
I'm the worst
so
in my
good.
memory. Oh yeah,
The
no.
latest
That
song
came
we
out
We
of
did
fucking
that in
left
one
recorded.
day.
That
Yeah,
came
Strange
out of
Fruit
left
was.
field.
We wrote it the day before we recorded it.
Yeah.
and that just came out as a single, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
just came out.
And I'm excited to write with these guys. It's gonna be great. Next record, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I'm already looking forward to it.
So how long did it take to record this album, and where did you guys do it?
Not too long to record it. We got in the actual studio time was what, a week and a half?
No, 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
A little over 2 weeks, actually.
It was about
Like,
2
just
weeks
the
to
little
record it,
sprinkles, we did that.
and then about another month to like mix it down with Cameron Webb at Maple Sound Studios in Santa Ana. So it's just right down the street from all of us. Really fun studio. It was really cool. Like we got to hear some really special stuff. We got to hear before anybody else heard the Motorhead cover of David Bowie's Heroes. Like that, I got choked up. Like Cameron recorded it, and that was pretty moving. That was, I think, probably a fun
That was-
moment.
yeah.
Whoa, whoa. Let it burn from the blood burning. Right there, nothing too tough and nothing too sweet. Feel like you, inside you, when the ground is for free. Shut down, knocked out to our knees. Down the web we weave. Down the web we weave.
As you guys already said, and it's so obvious when you play, you guys just seem really passionate about what you're doing. What got each of you into playing music?
Listening to bands that I love and wanting to do that. Going to shows and yeah, it is weird.
She's kind of used to that kind of action.
This is terrible.
She's used to
Fuck
that
you
action.
guys. You're a dick, Robbie. Yeah, so, you know, and I wanted to play the easiest one that had 4 strings and not 6, so I played bass.
Little do you know, bass is actually way harder.
A little harder than I thought it was going to be, but yeah, no, it's fun. That's how I started.
What about you?
It was just, honestly, as silly as it sounds, like I'm going to get all deep. It's just like where I escaped, you know, like when I had, you know, too much shit going on in my head, I would just go in the garage and play drums for like 5 hours a day. And then, you know, you just find yourself in bands, and then, you know, through the luck of things, you know, you end up in a band, and lucky enough, like I landed in a band with awesome people. So that's kind of how it goes. But obviously, you know, listening to bands and all that stuff, it's like, oh, that was their outlet, and it's like that's how I found my outlet. It's like, oh shit, that's cool.
My turn.
Your turn.
I wasn't forced, but my brother plays music, and he was like 4 years older than me, and that's how I got into punk. I just stole his CDs. Like, I remember it was like Out Come the Wolves. I forgot the name of the Addicts album. Dropkick Do or Die. And he needed a drummer for his little side project beside his other band he was doing, so he made me play drums, and he taught me just like do that, just simple Ramones kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I was able to get it, so I played drums with my brother when I was like 12 or 13 at Public Storage back in the day. And then I played drums in a couple bands after that, and then I wanted to be on the stage. And my inspiration was little baby punk rock Brenna, as I wanted to be on the front of the stage and like put the microphone out to the crowd and like have them sing back and just all be this one like unifying force. Because I remember being in the crowd and like singing, and like that, the moment of like this moment right now is yours, and that's what Turn the Record Over is about. It's like, this is your scene, this is your night, nothing else matters. You're gonna go home, you have a shitty family life, you're terrible at this, or people fucking hate you, or nothing at all, but this right now is like your moment. And I wanted to be the creator of that. I wanted to give that passion and inspiration back. It was, I don't know.
That's important. That's what punk's all about. I mean, like for me, who's just a fan first and foremost, I mean, you guys really, like, just all the bands, I mean, you give so much to the fans, myself included. So
I just want to be an instigator of that.
Yeah, totally.
you are.
Thank you.
Very much so.
What took too long as you're wasting time? Your way go to the heavy line. For what it's worth, you move more than right. To say oh, this is an honest thing of time. Still love you, girl. You're fine. You never got it to receive. If you're strong, it's a piece of still breathe. Oh, oh, oh.
It was just announced that you are playing 4 dates on the Punk and Drublic US tour. What are some of the things you're looking forward to about that run?
Oh my God.
Playing with No Effects, Bad Religion. And
Everything.
I never ever thought in my life that this would ever like a year ago we weren't like, oh, in a year we're gonna be playing on this fucking amazing bill.
Like, I always visualized it, but I'm like, nah, it's like a pipe dream.
Like being at the festival, like in the crowd, like
Like, this shit's real.
yeah, it's cool.
It's happening.
Watching this shit happen for so many years. And
Okay,
now we
one
get
thing though
do
you have to
it.
pick. What's the coolest thing about playing it?
I just want to see the crowds, what that's like.
Yeah.
One thing.
Playing such a big stage with you guys.
I wanna look down and see people singing the lyrics and having a great time, just like engaged. That's what I want to see. I want to see. I want to hear.
But what are you most excited about?
Okay.
What
Well,
if
no,
that
I know it's
doesn't
gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen. They're gonna sing Carla and they're gonna say whoa. That's gonna happen.
Crazy.
So that's what I'm looking forward to. I try to tell this woman named Lynn. She's like my mother from overseas. She's part of Head Check Records. I was telling her, like, you know, let's go get mimosas, because that's what, like, you know, white girls from Orange County do to justify day drinking. And she's like, what's a mimosa? And I'm like, oh, it's this. And she's like, why didn't you just have a beer? Like, they're not so hung up about, like, day drinking and, like, it means you're a terrible person. Like, they'll drink some beers.
Yeah.
So it'll be good over there.
A lot of beers.
Lots of beers.
All the beers.
Well, so aside from that run, you guys have a really busy year of other shows coming up. What kind of things do you guys do to prepare for hitting the road?
Practice, just to make sure that what happens on stage is second nature and we're not thrown off, because I don't know about you guys, but I still get really nervous. Like, I get shaky sometimes, and like I have to calm down or else I just get too nervous. So if I do the repetitive practice, that helps, and just making sure that the van's tires are like have air in them. And I forgot to change the oil this time. Sorry, guys. I just bought new windshield wipers, so.
You bought new windshield wipers,
I
and you
did.
didn't change
I
the
didn't
oil.
change the oil.
So we're gonna be okay with the windshield, but if the
Car catches
engine
on fire.
fucking blows
Okay.
up,
Well, you guys won't die.
Yeah.
if we don't make it to San Francisco tomorrow, well,
Well, you know why now. I didn't change the oil. I'm sorry.
It's another suicide. It's coming. On a road. It's another suicide. It's coming.
I'm the driver on Mad Marge. Like, I'm the responsible one that's like, I drove from San Francisco all the way back home after our last Cro-Mag show, like, because I just wanted to go. And they woke up and it's like daytime, and
I woke up, it was like 7 o'clock, fucking Monday morning traffic in LA.
Yeah.
Just like,
So they just get in the car, and Aunt Brenna takes care of it all.
yeah, it's great. She drives like a champion, even though she looks at her phone most of the time.
Constantly.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I get bored. I have to, like, what was that quote by The Simpsons? I don't want to look it up.
Yeah, I love it when Billy comes with us because he makes sure that she's not on her phone, because Billy talks a lot.
Yep, he keeps me awake. Or if he's
I don't
sleeping, he
talk
snores
a
really
lot,
loud.
so
Yeah.
she has nothing else to do. And this guy just sits there listening to his own music on
With
his
his
phone.
headphones in, I don't even know he's existing back there.
But right now we have a full van on this little trip, so it's fun.
Yeah.
So last question. Brenna, I heard that you're a huge Joe Strummer fan and that you even have a Joe Strummer tattoo.
I do.
Did the name The Last Gang come from Last Gang in Town?
For real, it did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super obviously, when I was younger, I wanted to, start a band and sing, not just play drums anymore. And I was thinking, like, what would be a cool band name? And at first, I don't know if you know this, I was thinking of a band name being called the Come-Ons.
Okay.
Because, there's that song in the middle. He goes, come on, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Like, why is he saying Kentucky Fried Chicken? But I was like, all right, the Come-Ons. And then I realized that with the Come-Ons and being a girl, I'm like, I don't want that. So
Yeah, people wouldn't get it that
no,
it's like
a strummer thing.
or
guys would.
or just like if you say like, come on guys,
Yeah.
they're thinking, come on.
Come on
Well, I
me.
think it'd be okay if you
Come
didn't,
on,
if you didn't spell
Eileen.
with a U. you'd be
Yeah,
okay.
I shouldn't have done that. But
No, I think a lot of people would take it contextually like that.
they would have.
Especially boys.
Yeah. And then in the song, they go through all the gangs, like the Spikes with the Quiffs. And I'm like trying to think, like, all right, I'm trying to take like a lyric. I'm like, the Quiffs, that sounds like the Queefs, and the
Yeah.
Spikes, it's two. And then it hit me, I'm like, oh my God, we are just the last gang. We don't have a name. And so I stuck with it to pay tribute to Mr. John Graham Meller.
Is that what his
His real
name
name.
is?
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
know. I didn't
I'm
know what his
super
real
nerd.
name was.
I have his driver's license in a photo somewhere. Like,
Really?
his name is John Graham Meller.
Aw.
His address was 6000 Hollywood Boulevard when he had to register out in for his
That's
like mailing
crazy.
address. Oh, I'm super fan geek.
That's cool.
That was one of the bands I never got to see that I wanted to. Them and the Ramones. So
I saw the Mescaleros play. That was really
Did
cool.
you?
Yeah, it was pretty momentous. And then I think we played, or I played, I don't know if it was the last gang, years ago with Dee Dee before he passed. He was playing drums at the Shack.
oh man.
Yeah, that's forever ago.
By the time I got to California, they were all dead already.
Yeah, yeah.
I was
No.
like, oh man.
Super dead.
Thank you guys so much for taking the time. Like, I'm so excited to see everything that's going to come up for you this year. I know you guys are just going to kill it. You have such a busy year coming up. So thank you. So
Yeah.
excited to see you play tonight.
Thank you for having us.
Hi, we're the Last Gang. You're watching Last Rockers TV.
Why did you